If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of a deal. But are you getting the deal and cash back? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love, savings, and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores like Levi's, Plow and Hearth, Adidas, Sephora, and Neiman Marcus. Stack sales on top of cash back and feel what it's like to know you're maximizing the savings. And it's easy to use. And you get your cash back sent to you through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app or go to Rakuten.com to start saving today. It's the most rewarding way to shop. That's Rakuten. Rakuten.com.
Manifesting financial abundance, the perfect partner, or anything else you desire is now easier than ever thanks to the world's first manifesting mask from HighSomni.com. Without any extra effort, the manifesting mask from HighSomni will help you remove the old limiting beliefs and bad habits holding you down and replace them with new neural pathways to start attracting what you truly desire. Get your very own manifesting mask today at a massive 35% discount and with 6 additional freebies from HighSomni.com. The world's first manifesting mask, now available to everyone at HighSomni.com.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Club, oh mama, I'm just having fun. The stage in my heels is where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club.
Surprise? Did you auto-tune that, Tola?
It's auto-tune.
Oh, that is good.
Like,
that
seriously, this is how fast our boy works, and he is furiously making it happen. Eric Lasardo is a G. He heard you say you wanted an auto-tune mix, and he said, say less. Auto-tune. Bam.
That was amazing. I mean,
it actually sounds even better. I'm tripping too. I'm like,
it's
is
so
that
good.
what auto-tune does?
With
like
your backing vocals on there? I mean, that is just amazing. That is, I'll tell you what. Here's the original.
God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club.
I mean, that's amateurish.
Yeah, by comparison.
I mean, after what you just heard, the auto-tune version of Tuala and I singing that, how can you ever go back to the Chapel Roan? You can't. It's just trash.
Boo.
It's terrible. All right. Well, we're going to give Eric like a producer mixer credit on our. Put that out on a CD. Is anybody still pressing CDs?
We can find a place. Okay. There's somewhere in downtown LA. They're probably pressing them right now.
There's going to come a time. Remember, yesterday we were talking about Gary and Shannon. They were at BJ's today, right? With their Brews and News or News and Brews or whatever it was. And one of the things that was supposed to entice you to go down there was that they were giving away Gary and Shannon swag. I would love to do a weekend remote where we're giving away some Merrill and Tuala Sharp swag that includes that single.
Yeah, on a CD.
Yeah, on a CD.
Standing back to back.
Yeah,
beards
that's
out.
Very good.
Yeah, man. I love it. Like beards lifted to the sky. Hey, let's go.
The promotional photos on this would be amazing. All right. Might want to clear the schedule. I think we're probably going to have to do Saturday Night Live. They're going to need a musical guest. So
I'm there.
All right. I'll see. They book a little bit ahead of time, so we might be able to plan that. I'm going to guess. Let me see. When do they? Is November sweep? They'll probably want it during sweeps, right?
Probably, and especially the way late night television is hurting. They need hot guests.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's gone broke, but they're going to bring us in, and it's going to be like revelation.
Boom.
All right. We'll get AI to write us some original tracks, too, I suppose, that we can, dabble in there. Because, musical guests always do two songs.
AI tracks.
We'll do the AI track. That's what we'll do. All right. Well, good job. Thank you, Eric. We appreciate that. That is really amazing. Can you imagine the pain that he was suffering as he sat in that production studio and he had to keep listening to that crap as he was trying to line the music up? And then he's like, this is so painful. He's trying to get the original track and he's trying to get that lined up. Oh, God, that must have been brutal for him. Poor guy. I think we owe him. We owe him something for going through all that. The pain he suffered.
Domino's.
Pain. We owe him what? McDonald's?
Domino's.
Oh, Domino's. Yeah, you get a lot more for your money at Domino's. Yeah, you're right. I heard, Ronner, you were talking about Eric Menendez. He got denied.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard, but that's been in the news this evening.
It has. Yeah, I did catch something on that. So what was it that they were saying that they were mad because he had joined a gang or something, or he had gang affiliations?
Apparently joined a gang, used drugs, had a phone, all sorts of stuff you're not supposed to be doing in the joint.
I heard that because I've heard some of this being reported before, and I heard a lot of that happened to be like when he first got in there. Like both of those guys, I don't know if they had trouble adjusting or if they got into prison and everybody's like, who are you with? And then you have to pick somebody. And I don't know if that was the case or if they wanted to go be in a gang. I'm guessing they didn't want to. But, I mean, those guys went in there when they were in their early 20s, didn't they?
Yeah, based on what I've read, Eric said that he was looking out for himself. It was for his own safety. And then when he thought that he had a chance at parole, he cleaned up his act a bit. But all that news is still coming out. We're still finding out details.
Was he running the yard?
No, I don't know that.
Who do we think on the station would run the yard if they went to prison?
Of course, me.
No, Robin, you would. No, you wouldn't.
Nah.
No.
I see her as more of a guard in a women's prison. I've seen those shows.
Hold on.
How dare you?
What? That was a compliment. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Oh.
So wait a minute. Like she works for the state, or she is the lookout for the gang?
Just like the tough guard.
Okay, I got you.
The one with the baton.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah. I actually kind of see Robin enjoying that role too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Tawala, I love you, but you're not running the yard. I could see you being a conciliary. That would be you. I could see you being the guy who whispers to the kingpin, who advises him, who is a confidant.
But I would also do dirt on the low.
Yeah. No, you definitely would. I see you kind of being that guy who's behind the scenes, kind of a Dick Cheney of the prison system.
I'm with it.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be the figurehead running the yard, but in a way you almost would be running the yard. Ronner would be shivved probably in the first week.
Shivved, running the yard. I like how you're up on all your prison terminology. Are you going to start covering keystering next? Is that next?
Suitcasing? Yes, all of these things. Indeed. I'd make somebody mad and I'd be out in no time. Handle might run the yard.
He'd be like an old boss, like, who's that? That's Handle.
Yeah, that's been there
mess
like
with
40
Handle.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could see Handle like embarrassing people by outsmarting them. They're like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Oh, what am I doing here? I don't know. Let me see. I'm in a prison. What do you think I'm doing here? Oh, I bet I was just on a tourism visit and I got lost. What do you think I'm doing here?" Right? I could see him just making somebody else look stupid, and everybody else is like, "Yeah, I like that guy."
Neil
Tim wouldn't run the yard, but everybody would love Tim. He wouldn't run the yard. They'd love him. Shannon Farron would run the yard. Shannon would run the yard.
I've seen Shannon getting shivved too.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like one of those bosses that eventually get shivved. Yeah.
Yeah, like she's like a little too hard on the ladies, and they're just like, she turns her back and it's yak, yak, yak right in the back.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
All right, who would orchestrate Shannon Farron's murder in prison?
Probably
Gary.
Wendy.
I mean, Gary felt obvious, but
with Gary's too obvious. He's out. That's what I said. It'd be Wendy, because Wendy's probably like, plotting from the back, and maybe whispering things. Shannon, you're confident.
Dr. Wendy Walsh.
It's so there, but Dr. Wendy,
She'd be playing tricks.
she would plan it.
Professor, TV personality, and murderess. Yes, I can see that.
Yep.
Yeah. I like this game a lot.
You guys are really making me want to run home and watch Ilsa the Wicked Warden. I hope that's on Tubi.
You.
What? Oh my God.
It's a classic. I don't know what you guys are busting up over.
Yeah, I hope that's on Tubi.
It's like you don't appreciate fine film.
Tubi runner. All right, I like this. Okay, so Eric Menendez is bring me back to where we belong here. Now that we've figured out that Shannon runs the yard, but she gets shivved. I think most of us would just be the jesters. As long as we could just entertain the king of the yard, I think we'd probably be okay. Eric Menendez denied parole, so he goes back. I don't know if he rejoins the gang now or if he had to give up his gang affiliation. Once you're out, you have to, do you have to get jumped to get back into the prison gang? I don't have any idea.
It's blood in, blood out.
I don't know. What happens to Lyle tomorrow?
Well, that's what I led off with at 9 o'clock.
I know it is.
What are the Vegas odds now since one's been turned down? Where's the smart money?
I kind of was thinking that this was about 70-30 that they were going to get paroled. Now I'm thinking Eric is looking at like 5% chance of being, or excuse me, Lyle's looking at like a 5% chance of being paroled now.
Can you tell the difference? Which one's which?
Lyle's the bald one.
Yeah, that's your go-to.
Oh, yeah. Lyle's the bald one.
Go to the hair.
Do you ever look at like the current photos and then try to look at the photos from when they were in court and go, okay, which one of them? Because Eric has a really defined, like a very unique jawline, but they both kind of have that.
I mean, Lyle looked like even back then that he was going to be bald eventually.
You think so? See,
he
Lyle
looked like
had
a toupee kind of stuff on his hair.
No, he didn't.
Aw.
He had big fuzzy hair.
No, that wasn't Lyle. The other one was Lyle.
You're blowing my mind, right? See, I can't even tell the difference. I can't even tell the difference when I know which ones they are. All right. Robin, you would make a terrible guard. You don't even know what the prisoners look like. You get them confused for each other.
Probably.
That's it. We're having you watch people in solitary for the next month. That's your punishment. That's what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, an update on Snoop is next.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Chris Merrill in for Mo Kelly tonight. KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk. Listen anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Mark, you did not step on my Snoop story. So not only can you get Snoop art with his blunts, that was the story, right?
Yeah, I got the impression there was plenty of material to work with there.
That's very good. Now, Snoop has also been appointed the official Los Angeles community chairman for the FIFA World Cup next year. The Los Angeles Sports and Entertainment Commission making the announcement earlier this week. Long Beach native will be the lead ambassador for the host committee's community engagement and legacy programs. This is from KTLA. He'll be kicking it at major events, saying it's an honor to step up as community chairman for the city of Los Angeles as we get ready for the biggest game on the planet. We're going to bring the world together, West Coast style, unity, respect, and a whole lot of love for the beautiful game. LA, let's make history 2026. I cannot think of a better ambassador. And a lot of you are going to, let me tell you, I was at the Gin and Juice Bowl or the Snoop Dogg Bowl sponsored by Gin and Juice, whatever it was. So it was this football bowl game that happened last year after Christmas, and it was in Tucson. So I drove to Tucson, and I was working with the broadcast crew. A buddy of mine was calling the game, good friend of mine, and he says, hey, I can get you in if you want to. Maybe you'll get to meet Snoop. And I did not. I didn't get to meet Snoop. I saw him. He walked by, very tall. And but it was a great game. It was a lot of fun. So I go there, and I go, listen, I don't care if I meet Snoop. I just spend a weekend, hang out. And he was like, yeah, that sounds great. So he calls the game. I work for him in the broadcast booth. And I didn't go on the air, which is probably better for everybody listening. And Snoop is there. Here's why I say I think Snoop is an incredible ambassador. Here's what I saw Snoop do. So he goes before the game, And now, obviously, he's glad handing. He had sponsored this bowl, and it was his gin and juice company that was sponsoring it, whatever. It was a big promotional thing. And it was two small schools, Miami of Ohio, and I can't even remember the other schools. Two small schools, you know. And he goes into the locker room ahead of time, and he meets with these guys. And he did more than just go in and go, congratulations, you made it. I'm really glad you're here. He did more than that. He took time to talk. He delayed the game a little bit. He took time to talk to all of these guys, to talk to the coaches. The guys were obviously excited. I think they presented him with gifts or whatever. But he took time and actually, whoever wanted to shake his hand, he shook their hand. And then he went to the next locker room. And he met with all of them, and he did the same thing again. And I thought, that's how you do it. And it may seem really obvious from the outside, but on the inside, it's not. When you've got handlers that are going, we got to get to this place, we got to get to this place, we're going to go to this place, and then you're up on this, and your schedule says this. The idea that he's going to stop and take extra time it's a classy move, man. It's just a classy move, and it really impressed me, to be honest. Fun little side story about that whole thing. So he's in the locker room, and he's talking to one of the teams. I don't know what he did afterward with the teams. Maybe. So he's in the locker room, and he's talking to the teams, and one of the coaches on one of the teams says, Snoop, it's so great that you're here. He says, we've got 3 plays. We'd like for you to pick the first play of the game, and whatever you choose, that's what we're going to call. And he says, you want to take a look at the plays? And Snoop goes, nah, man, I don't need it. He goes, 5 out, go deep, fling it. And so the coach goes, okay, coach. And I don't know if he had one like this anyway, but he drew up a play. He put first play of the game that this team had the ball. He puts 5 wide receivers out on the edge, and he just says, go. They snap the ball. The receivers take off. The quarterback drops, and he just heaves it. It was a big gain on the first play of the game. So if you can probably find it on YouTube or something, the first play of that game, the Gin and Juice Bowl or the Snoop Dogg Bowl, sponsored by Gin and Juice or Gin and Juice Bowl, whatever it was. Anyway, Snoop called the first play when you see that team. I think it was the second team to have possession, and he said, "Just 5 wide, go deep, fling it." That's exactly what happened. It was a lot of fun.
I love it,
and I think there's gonna be a lot of fun, and I think Snoop is gonna be a great representative for us.
I mean, you think about it. What he's done for the Olympic Games alone, the interest that he brought to the Olympic Games, and when people first doubted, they were like, "The hell you mean you're gonna have Snoop call Olympic Games?" His coverage of the Olympics, so fantastic. Because even though he is a character and he has fun, he does know a lot about sports.
Yes,
and he is very interested, and he makes us learn something. Well, just like I watched his equestrian coverage, I'm like, I had no idea all that went into it. I was actually genuinely interested in something I've never wanted to see ever before.
The thing is, he makes it look so easy. And I have to believe that either Snoop sits around watching the Ocho and smoking a lot, or he took that gig very seriously and did a lot of research on these different sports. And I think it's the latter. I think he did a lot of work. And for a guy who we all know how the man wakes and bakes. I mean, he's like Willie Nelson. He's like
Cheech and Chong.
Right, Seth Rogen. Right, yeah, exactly. But the man was so quick. I don't know how he does it, because I mean, I've never danced with the devil's lettuce before, so I don't have any idea how you might have some sort of a brain fog when you're there, and sometimes you feel a little bit sluggish the next day. I don't have any clue what that might even feel like. Don't know at all, because I never touched the stuff. That man was quicker than anybody else on the broadcast.
Yep.
So good.
I mean, he had Kevin Hart on his heels. Kevin Hart could not keep up with him, because it was like, and even I believe there was a point in time when Kevin Hart had said, I was not as prepared as Snoop. I didn't know that Snoop was serious. So I went in joking, and Snoop is serious making these calls. He said, oh, damn, but wait a minute. Oh, okay, we're not playing right now. I've got to step up.
And not only were they, you know what it reminded me of? Early on Sports Center, where he was making calls, but they were so creative, and he was using alliteration, and he was using metaphors that nobody else was using. I mean, it was so good.
Yeah.
So good. And that is hard to pull off, too, because otherwise you end up going, boom goes the dynamite, and everybody laughs at you. He was pulling it off. So good.
Yeah, I think he's a great choice as the ambassador for the World Cup.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it. Hate to do this, but talk a little bit of entertainment here in just a few moments. And there's a chance we invite in Tubi.
No.
Yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance. It could happen. That's next. Chris Merrill in from Mo Kelly tonight, KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Mo Kelly Show, KFI AM 640. Chris Merrill in from Mo. More stimulating talk. Listen anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Tragedy struck. Did you guys see that video that was out? I think it was yesterday. It was they were influencers and they were eating. They were, I don't know, foodies. And so they're sitting there, and of course this has to be so irritating for restaurants because they order food, then they sit together in the booth, and then they set up their ring light on the other side of the table, and then they eat food. They're like, this is so good. This burger is delicious. And all of a sudden, a car plows right into them. Did you see that video?
No.
It was crazy. So they're doing their food influencer thing for, I don't know, like their 6 followers. And all of a sudden, this car just plows right into them. Hit the table, came through the building. They were okay, which is great. But it was all caught while they were doing their live stream or whatever. It was wild. And I thought that is the most that was the best thing that could have happened to their influencer ambitions, was to have that car plow into them, because now all of a sudden they're out there. Everybody wanted to see it. Now they get follows, blah, 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 right? People are doing some wild things, though, to try to gain followers as they all work to become influencers. They want to put that in their bio. I want to be an influencer. The thing is, for some of these people, they're going too far. Everybody thinks that they are the next jackass or ridiculousness, right? They all want to do the next big weird stunt. And one thing about young men especially is that they have more testosterone than brains. And they do dumb things. There was someone who was, I don't know, one of these influencers, and he put on the plastic horse head and then jumped into a whirlpool. I don't know if you saw this. Jumped into a whirlpool, not like a hot tub, but like an actual whirlpool in a not a lake or ocean or something. And he got sucked in. He didn't come back up.
Brilliant.
But you know what? Had he come back up, none of us would have ever seen that video. He was just doing something absurd, and then he didn't come back up. And it's like, these are his last moments. Okay. So here's a dude in France who's streaming his own death live from France 24, the English version.
His death has sent shockwaves across France and online communities. Raphael Graven, better known as Jean-Paul Maneuve,
Did you get that name, Mark?
Jean-Paul Maneuve.
Better known as Jean-Paul Maneuve.
You were pretty good. That was close. That was good.
Was found dead at his home in...
Oh, hey, by the way, real quick, I was in Vegas this weekend. Total aside. I was in Vegas this weekend, and I'm in this elevator. And you know how they said that there's no international tourists in Vegas right now? That's not true. There are some. Vegas is way down. If you haven't been there, it is way down. The casinos, the only people there are actually just the morbidly obese waddlers that are always in the way, so you can't get around them. They're still there. Don't worry. But otherwise, really slow. The road was way too easy. Like, you could turn left on Las Vegas Boulevard. It was crazy.
Oh, the hookers must be starving.
Oh, my goodness. They are getting real thin, and it's not because they've had too much meth this time. So I'm on the elevator, and this group gets in, and they were French, so I could hear them. They were speaking to each other, and they were speaking in French, and some other people got on the elevator. And we would get to one floor, and someone would get off, and this woman, she would say to them, and you could tell she was just trying to like work on her English. She just goes, "Goodbye." I was like, it took me a moment. I was like, what is she doing? And I thought by the time the doors closed, whoever it was that she was saying goodbye to would have gone, oh, okay, she's, it's like me when I go to a Mexican restaurant and I'm like, gracias, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, I hear if you call the waiter amigo, you get some extra stuff. Yeah, they love that.
I go, oy, caballero. Yeah. So the next one, and by this time the guy should have figured it out. We get to the next floor, door opens, guy gets off, and she goes, goodbye. And he doesn't say a word, doors close, and I just start smiling. And the father of this group, he sees that I'm smiling. I'm like, That's very nice of you. That's very good. So, and they kind of laughed a little bit. Doors open. I'm on the same floor. I get off and I go, goodbye. I get off the elevator and they started laughing and she goes, goodbye. And then she says, have a good day. And I go, you have a great day. There you go. Now you're getting us. I was excited. I was, basically I was culturing some people.
You're like a U.S. friendship ambassador.
Thank you. That's it.
Like Snoop.
I'm like Snoop. It's exactly what it is. Okay, back to the dead Frenchman.
Was found dead at his home in Contes near Nice on Monday.
Goodbye.
Yo les gars, salut, nouvelle vidéo YouTube.
According to reports, the 46-year-old influencer died in his sleep during a live stream on Kick.
He's 46 and he's live streaming. If you're 40, you're too old to try to do this stuff. If you're 46 and now you're trying to be an influencer, don't do it. It looks desperate.
An online platform where users can interact with each other and streamers with options to subscribe or tip. It's understood that 3 other online personalities appeared alongside Graven in the stream, during which he was subjected to physical violence and sleep deprivation.
And then he fell asleep?
The video amassed around €36,000 over nearly 5 hours before the feed was cut when the other participants realized Graven was dead.
Oh my gosh. But he raised 36,000 pounds and he had a lot of streamers because they were just beating him and they were sleep depriving him and then he died. I threatened to say that there would be a Mark Ronner tie-in on this because the first thing that came to my mind is we are seeing that humanity doesn't change, right? The reason Shakespeare sustains is because he touched on the human condition, which endures. Just like in 1978, when there was a cinematic classic that was released. Mark, do you know where I'm going with this yet? A cinematic classic was released that scared the dickens out of the entire world because we thought we were all watching snuff films. Who doesn't love the new 2025 live reboot version of Faces of Death? Only now, instead of later finding out that it was all a hoax, this is actually happening in real life. We are live streaming people's deaths. And these idiots, and I say that as a describer, not just me calling names, these fools are willing to put their lives at risk for clicks. For the French version of Patreon?
Le Patreon.
Le Patreon?
Yeah.
We had to find the French version of the word Patreon, is that right? Thank goodness. Goodbye.
Le Big Mac.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I love how every time you get online and you see a clip, you don't know if you're going to be watching a snuff film or not.
Right.
And by the way, you absolutely do not want to go to the Reddit page called Hold My Feeding Tube.
Oh, God. What is wrong with you?
I'm telling you, don't do it.
Robin, kill his microphone. God, don't let Mark say things like that.
HMFT.
If, it's code. It's Reddit code. I have maybe the worst news I could possibly drop on you. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to end the show on a really off note. That is next.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Chris Merrill in from Mo Kelly tonight, KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk. Radio legend, Hall of Famer George Noring, coast to coast. George, what do you have going on tonight?
Chris, great show tonight. We're going to talk about the Knights Templar. Who were they and what did they want to do with us? And later on, dreams, why we dream and what they mean on
Your
Coast
content
to Coast.
is second to none, my friend.
I love it. I've got a great staff. They find it for me.
So good. I love the Knights Templar stuff. I love it. Thank you so much. George Norrie, Coast to Coast. So good. Dream analysis, Knights Templar. God, he knows me so well. The man knows me so well. I let him off the hook on this because this is one that could be potentially embarrassing if I had backed him into a corner. But Gen Z is ruining everything. Now, I know this is going to sound like an old fuddy-duddy who's just complaining about the kids these days, but follow me because I think a lot of us will agree. One thing that we have witnessed over the course of the last, 10, 15 years has been the proliferation of leggings. Lululemon and other tight legging wear. You can't go to an airport without being surrounded by women in tight-fitting leggings. Gen Z is ruining everything. What has been a glorious time for pervy old men like me is now turning into an absolute nightmare, because Gen Z is going back to when I was young in the 90s and loose fitting was in. A report titled The Death of Leggings by a retail analyst group, and the group is called Edited, revealed that the sales of leggings made up nearly 47% of all athleisure bottoms just a few years ago. However, that number has plunged by nearly 10%, a significant decline. It slowed for Lululemon as well. They kind of started the whole yoga pants thing, if you'll recall. Leggings are now out, and so what is Gen Z wearing? Gen Z is turning to baggy workout pants. But to their credit, Gen Z is also favoring baggy workout pants with a tight top. However, they do say in some cases it's baggy workout pants with a baggy T-shirt paired with those loose pants. They're going with the Billie Eilish look. I don't even want to anymore. I don't want to. I don't want to come out of my cave. There's no reason to come out any longer. Although it will make it easier to travel with my wife. You know how hard it is to travel with my wife? I'm sitting at the airport. Woman walks by wearing leggings because for some reason wearing leggings is now normal wear at the airport. I don't know why that happened. I'm not arguing with it. But walks by. My wife will notice this woman and immediately lock eyes on me. Absolute nightmare scenario.
Oh, is that one of those deals where she's like, well, I bet you like that, you son of a bitch?
No, she just watches to see if I notice.
Oh, yeah.
Of course
okay.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, you know how it is when you're a guy, and it is completely natural. Like, you are drawn to an attractive person. You are drawn to any other person, even if they're not attractive. You still have to analyze and figure it out. And your mind goes to them. It's a compulsion. It's not a choice. It just happens. And sometimes you even catch yourself and you say, don't do that. Just don't do that. But when your wife is watching you, you are fighting off human nature. I don't think she understands that. Except that every time we drive by a fire station, her eyes go right to the fire station. She's just right there. Just on the off chance that they're polishing their trucks or, I don't know, cleaning their hoses.
Or the pole.
Whatever they're doing. Her eyes always check out the fire station. And I always give her the same treatment she does. And I go, see anything you like? But my wife can get away with it. She can go, yes, I feel much safer now. And she thinks she's being cute. Whereas if I'm at the airport and an attractive woman walks by wearing leggings, and of course I have to look and see, are they using some sort of sound tile on the ceilings in here? They're doing a really nice job of keeping things. Yeah, boy. Yeah, this architecture is really holding up here, isn't it? They're doing a nice job on the ceiling. Yeah, that's good stuff. She'll drop this on me. She goes, see anything you like? And what am I supposed to say? No? And what does she say? Liar. Why are you lying to me? Why can't you ever be honest? Okay. Yeah, I see something I really like. Well, if you really like it, why don't you go see if it wants you back? Because I bet it doesn't.
It?
Oh, yeah, she just dehumanizes. Yeah. And of course, you know me, I'm like, how dare you speak about her that way? How dare you refer to her as it? That is a person with feelings and emotion and dreams.
Well, you've got to stand up for the victim.
That's what I did. Anyway.
Also,
he ended up flying first class. I flew with the baggage.
Let me just say, invest in a big pair of sunglasses. It'll only help.
I don't have to now because Gen Z's ruining everything.
Oh, okay.
Worst. Hate Gen Z. The worst generation. They ruin all the good times. I'm back on Sunday starting at 4 o'clock and then in for Mo next week. Tawala, thank you for escorting me through this journey this week and next week. I appreciate you being my radio Uber.
Yes, sir.
As well. Mark, I wish you luck when you try to take over the yard.
See you in the joint.
I have great faith in you. And Robin, you've been a fine guard for this cell block tonight. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. I'll talk to you next week. Chris Merrill in from O'Kelly, KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.